I'm in my luteal phase, and for some reason I feel like I want to talk about the luteal phase. Look, I didn't know anything about cycle syncing. What are the different phases a woman goes through, and that we're expected to perform just like a man. I never really considered how much this is really driving us into disconnecting from our truth. Until like recently, I have met an amazing friend who actually has been doing this cycle syncing and working with her body how it is supposed to be, not how it should be. Since then, like, I just noticed, feel like I have been more compassionate with myself. It definitely has helped me to get to know my body, how it functions, and that we are so different from a man. What I want to say to each woman, it is definitely okay, and more than okay, that in this period you would feel not yourself. You would feel all kinds of emotions. Sometimes you would feel extremely more sensitive than the norm. Could feel easily triggered, easily being angry. Our emotions are on this fluctuations. But it's also the period that needs us most to be so much soft with ourselves. And by the way, like today the weather is not is not vibing, so I just feel like, I don't know if you could see the tree behind me, but I just feel like it's the same thing of when the luteal hits, because it's literally autumn. I was shocked to know that actually men have this cyclical cycle each day, so it's repetitive each day, but it's also being shown in their body how it is built. However, we as women, like, we have hormones, we have a womb, we have phases where it's winter time, it's the period time where we shed all the things that are not necessary anymore for our body, and also all patterns that are not working anymore for us. So it's an extremely period that is sensitive for us as women. Then we go through this beautiful phase, which is the springtime, where we have our follicular phase and we feel more like ourselves, we feel more energy, and doesn't feel heavy to do them as on the luteal. And also, like, we have the most perfect one, which is the ovulating phase, and then we're back to the luteal phase. I'm just gonna focus today on talking about the luteal phase. For some reason, like, if you feel connected with my content, you probably are the same as me. So I'm someone who's deeply reflective, and also, like, I have this connection with my intuition. And during the luteal, because there are a lot of things that are happening, I tend to be over reflective. So the main thing I want you to leave this video with is to accept that we are different from men, to accept that we have a different body, to accept that we have a different system, to accept that, yeah, we have been born into a society that didn't teach us this, and also, like, that they didn't build environments that are workable for women. You know, we cannot be performing every single day the same at our work 24/7, and it's okay, you know, to be angry at these things, to have rage towards all these things, but also accepting this now, where we are now. Okay, so I'm not gonna wait here, society will change something or whatever. I need to do with what I have. And what I have is me, is my own body, is my own system. How can I work on my own system? How can I bring it more into the flow that it is? How can I be more accepting that this is who I am, and that every single phase is for my own good? Phase where I can allow my emotions to come, I can allow myself to be sensitive, and that there is nothing wrong with me for being sensitive. There is nothing wrong with me for having so much emotions. There is nothing wrong with me for having some ideas and thoughts that come to me a little bit darker than usual. It's completely okay to just, like, you know, the more these things come, the more we can allow ourselves to have a container. You know, I'm wearing dark because it represents a little bit the weather within me today, but yeah, to just prepare, know that, okay, I'm coming to this phase of the luteal. I'm gonna prepare this container that is gonna contain the wild thoughts, the wild emotions that I'm gonna go through. And I'm not gonna make them mean that there is something wrong with me. No, it's just that I'm gonna allow myself to let all these feelings come, because these feelings, they come because they want to be felt, they want to be seen, they want to be heard. I never had a feeling that wanted to hurt me. I never had an aspect of me that wanted deliberately to hurt me. Everything wants to just have a container. The more you give a container of safety, without judgment, without criticizing, of like letting this dark feminine, and you know, like I hear a lot of people talking about dark feminine, but it is this dark femininity that is wild, that is enraged, that has hurt, this inner child that wants to come to the surface and cry and mourn and grieve. There is a lot of things that are happening, and just like be this container of like this inner masculine who could come back to being back and just say, okay, you have the right to be everything you want to be, and to just sit back and let her express, let her be wild, let her say anything, journal about it, see what container feels safe for you. Is it journaling? Is it meditating? Is it walking? Is it dancing? Just find yourself something that you really feel it could channel these emotions, they could be expressed. I have been someone who never thought how to feel. I was someone who was taught that your emotions are not okay, they're not acceptable, that you have to be polite, that you don't have to be an angry person, that being angry is bad. Or, you know, if you have gone through this way of being educated, and I get you, this is what I have been through too. But the more I just see these emotions, you know, it's like a baby crying, it's like a baby having a tantrum. When they are crying, it's not that they want to hurt you, they have something they're feeling, they want to express it, they want someone to listen to them, to give them space, to not judge them, to be welcoming of whatever they are feeling. I get it that the people that were supposed to be the container for us and the reflection of our emotions were not there, because probably they didn't learn how to go through these things. So just be gentle on yourself during this period. And by gentle, I mean accepting that we have all this inner critic, and it depends on how low or high it is. Know that this inner critic is always here because he wants to protect you. So that's why he's judging you and telling you like that your emotions are not okay, because that's what you learned and that's what you had to perform in order to be safe in your life. But now it's like, okay, I get you. Now I want you to sit back, go back. I need to let myself feel these emotions because I do trust these emotions just want to be expressed. The more I do this, the more I just feel softer, and I cry, you know, I let myself cry even though I don't understand it, because I just feel like I'm going backwards. I'm here wanting to manifest and advance in my life. Why these things come? But the truth, my love, is that when you advance in your life, when you are going through manifesting and calling in these amazing things, God and universe will bring you the journey to become the woman who can hold this. So in order to hold this, you have to be someone who is safe within herself. You're claiming safety and wealth and beauty, but actually the foundation for that is to be a safe woman, and a safe woman who can own her wild emotions, so that you could be a match to a man who can also hold your emotions. I know you're gonna tell me, but you know, like there are women who they suppress their emotions and still they call in like men who can hold their emotions. I get it, but are you gonna wait, or are you gonna be that woman for yourself? Because your inner child is really waiting for you. Luteal phase is really an opportunity for you to become this woman who's so strong, because deeply you are so strong, my love. You are so strong to own every emotion you have. The rage is just an aspect of yourself who has his boundaries, who have been crossed many times. And so what do you expect from someone who has his emotions, his thoughts, his beliefs, his boundaries crossed many times? He's gonna be angry, he's gonna be enraged. And what we need is just to give him space, give space to this part to express, to say out loud what he wants to prepare this safe container to let them express, to release when it's time to release. Because literally you're doing this so that when the period will come, everything will be released with ease. That also like explains a lot why we feel so much more sensitive during this period of time. We feel like more called into this dark side and not being wanting to be shown. It's not that we're not being positive. Positivity is just the gift and the blossoming of darkness. within darkness is light, like intertwined. What you really want deeply is not to be positive. What you really want deeply is to be loved for all of you, for the totality of you. And the totality of you is the shadows and the lights. It's both of them merging together, loving them both in this amazing union. Within this weather that is so cold, I will leave you, and I just send you so much love. And you know, like, just be gentle, just be kind to yourself, just be accepting that it is a period for you, and that, yeah, it is for you. And I know it feels hard, and trust me, like, it is hard, and I wish I didn't have it that much hard, but it is really part of you. The more I do this with myself, the more I go out more compassionate with myself, and more in the present moment, and really living in the present moment. Kind to me, you know, it's like a baby. You want to say, oh, you're so cute, I love you. And yeah, last thing I also want to say is that we could have like emotions, darker or negative or whatever you call them, also during other periods, and that's also okay. So if you have them, because I think like last season of my cycle I had like a really hard ovulating phase, and I was shocked because I was like, this is not supposed to be happening. I'm in my ovulating phase, I should be so much feeling myself. And you know what, I had two choices. It's either I'm gonna punish myself and judge myself for why you are feeling this way on the period. We should not feeling that way on our ovulation. Or I will just allow it. And guess what? I did allow it. I allowed the first day of ovulating to feel the way I felt. And the more I did it, the more I just felt myself. So hope this was helpful. Like, drop a like or a comment downstairs. Anyway, drop a comment or a like, whatever you feel called to. This will help the channel grow and call in even more women so we could build an amazing community. That's a dream of mine. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, and I just send you so much love. And yeah, see you on the next phase.